Hi there. Welcome to Sacred Rebel Rising. This online course is taught by me, Tara Fournier, the author of Sacred Rebel. I'm so excited to share this online course with you. Why? Why am I excited to share it? Well, let me tell you. When I was starting on my journey, I didn't know where to look. I was looking everywhere. I was reading a ton of books. I became a sponge and I wanted to learn as much as I could. I wanted to feel as much as I could. And I am so excited to be the one who's presenting something like this now because I've been where you are. I remember things starting to shift in my life. And what actually occurred was at one point, I remember I was just going about my life. I was not married. I did not have any children. I was in a relationship though. And I remember thinking, all of a sudden, I just realized, isn't there more to life than this? Isn't there more to life than just getting up, going to work, coming home, eating dinner, going to bed, and then getting back up and doing the same thing over again? And of course, when this happened, I was in my very early 30s. And I remember we lived for the weekend. And now that I think about it, being in my early 40s, I think, gosh, was I really I had that much missing is what I'm trying to say. I was living for the weekends. And the weekends were filled with things that I do not even do these days that would make me completely uncomfortable. But at the time, I was just living life. I didn't really know what I was doing. And so then one day, I started noticing, gosh, every time I look at the clock, it's always 11:11. And then I started noticing I was always seeing 1:11 and 2:22 and 3:33 and 4:44. And I was annoyed. I was like, what is going on here? This is so annoying. So I got on Google. I Googled, what does it mean when you're seeing numbers repeatedly? And oh my goodness, I had a shift. I realized through the readings that I was finding is that my angels were trying to connect with me. Now, for some of you, that might sound a little crazy, but that's what was happening for me, and I fully believe that. And that was when my path really, I started looking around going, what other things have I not been noticing? And that was a shift. So for you, either you were like me and you're just living life and then all of a sudden one day, bam, something is different. You notice things differently. You're getting these little nudges to go and look and search and read about something over here. What does that mean, right? Well, I think it's your angels or your guides or your higher self or God or source or universe or whoever, whatever name you want to give it. It's you being called, and it's you being called to you. It's really crazy, but that's it. It's you being called to you, to your true, authentic self. So let me tell you a little bit about Sacred Rebel Rising, this online course. The name that I came up with for Sacred Rebel, the book, and obviously the course, what does that mean? So to be a sacred rebel is someone who is listening to their own intuition. That's the sacred part. I like to refer to intuition as spirit talk because I really, truly believe it is God, source, the universe, my higher self trying to communicate with me. And when I become more balanced and more clear in what I'm doing in my life, it helps me hear better, hear the messages better. And when I say hear, it's not in here that I'm hearing them, it's in here that I'm hearing them. Can you imagine a world that would be everyone operating from here, from this space, from their heart, listening here versus here? Huge shift here. So that's the sacred part, is being true to yourself, allowing spirit to guide you. The rebel part is being a rebel because it's not considered normal to fall out of line with society. We have this structure that we're supposed to follow, these rules that we're supposed to follow, that is considered normal. And I decided I was going to give up being normal a long time ago. And when I did that, I'll tell you, people didn't like it. Well, that's okay, because it was something that was right for me, and it was something that I had to do. And so I really encourage you to become a sacred rebel, because when you become a sacred rebel, you are living your own life on purpose. You aren't just allowing life to run you. You are running your life. You are in control of your own life. So the Sacred Rebel book is about stripping away all of these beliefs that we've been told we need to believe. It is about reclaiming our power as an individual, as a woman in this society today. It's about discovering your own path, because truthfully, that is what we're here to do. We're here to discover ourselves. So I have created this online course for you, and it is an entire workbook. It's a 28-page workbook that you will print off, okay? And with that accompanies about 5.5 hours worth of video. So each of these videos and the workbook is broken down into 6 modules. Now, as you move through these modules, I encourage you to do this at your own pace. This is about you. This is about you taking time to learn who you are, to find out what is going on within you, to unearth some of those things that you have buried. This is about finding your true, authentic self so that you can live this life of passion and purpose, and so that you can be someone that other people decide, hey, I need to rise into my own space. So I encourage you to get the book Sacred Rebel if you haven't already. You'll want to use that. Although it's not necessary, you'll want to use that as you go through the workbook and these 6 modules. I'm really looking forward to spending these next 5.5 hours with you. And again, this is going to be a course you do on your own. So it could take you 5 weeks, 6 weeks, a year. You move at your own pace. Everyone is on their own journey. And when we are really doing some true, deep, personal and spiritual growth, it takes time. It takes nurturing. So what you'll find in these modules is an explanation of each section of each module. We'll go through the workbook pages, and on some of the modules, we'll do some visual guided meditation. Some of it is just really connecting with yourself. So I hope you enjoy. I am so honored that you're here checking this out. I promise you, you are going to be happy that you decided to be a part of the Sacred Rebel Rising online course, and watch yourself transform. At the end of the module, and all steps leading up to it, is about you creating your own life. What kind of life do you want to create for yourself? You know, I just mentioned that We go about life and life is happening to us instead of for us. So in each of these modules, we will talk about how you are a creator. You are a creator of your reality. You've always had control over your life, even when you feel you didn't. You will understand how to move from feeling powerless to powerful and owning that space. You can do this. You were brought here for a reason. You are checking this out for a reason. So listen to that. Your life is going to shift over the time that you take with this online course. And at the end of the course, you will be writing out what you want your life to look like. And we will do it in 5-year segments. Your life is going to shift when you take this online course. I promise you that. But you have to do the work, just like with anything else. And when we're doing this deep, personal, spiritual work, it takes time. But we have to do the work. That's what we're here for. We're here to learn and to understand. We're here to witness ourselves and to help witness each other. I encourage you to become your own sacred rebel. Work through these modules. Feel them. Listen to them. Take what resonates with you and let go of what doesn't. This is your learning opportunity. This is just one of the many times that you are giving yourself an opportunity to rise up. Become your own sacred rebel. I look forward to seeing you in Module 1. Thank you.